Tonight's championship wrestling finals is sponsored in part by the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers. Locals 1922 and 1430 are thanks for enabling us to bring this outstanding event to the sports fans of New York State. And John, we're right underway. 91 pounds, Anthony Alberti from Section 1 against David Bracero from Section 11. 91 pounds, we've got 28 wrestlers. We started with 182. It's down to just two guys. You get a good look at Alberti from Section 1, actually out of Henry Hudson High School in that area. And there's his opponent, David Bracero, from Section 11 out of Newfield High School, Brookhaven. This is his hometown, just underway. This is the earliest weight class, so we said 91 pounds. Alberti in the Columbia blue on the right-hand side, Bracero in the navy blue from Section 11, Suffolk County on the shirt. No score yet, just underway.
Not a lot of action. They're feeling each other out right now.
We talked at the Open about the pressure, is that a lot of it is not to make the big mistake, right? Not to make that one thing, because you know these guys are good to get here, and that if you wrestle the way you're capable of, you think you can beat them, but you don't want to make that big mistake.
That's right, Dale. If this was a dual meet match, these guys would be going, full tilt, guns out. Right now, they don't want to make the big mistake. There's a lot of pressure. As we alluded to earlier, college coaches here looking to see who wins, and it's a scholarship, full boat to prospective school.
Well, right now, first points on the board by Alberti out of Section 1, got a takedown, and so Bracero will be down, facing away from us.
Again, that's just over a minute, 7 seconds into the match. Surprising. 91, you figure they go right out shooting. No takedown for a minute, 7 seconds.
2-0, just scored by Alberti. Bracero trying to get out from the bottom, makes a move, gets hand control, but they're out of bounds. They'll be back in the middle.
Dale, every year we see these guys with 30. When we first started doing this, probably high 20 matches win-wise. Now it's high 30s. Pretty soon we'll get high 40s.
They spend a lot of time wrestling.
Amazing amount of time.
You'll see two referees out there. Fred Brown is the official referee with Mike Giagos as his assistant. And when you get a wider shot, you'll see them. And there are two officials for this final bout just to make sure that they see everything. Right now, they're seeing a 2-0 lead by Alberti, and he is on top of David Bracero from Section 11.
Alberti on top doesn't seem to be going for any type of pinning combination, just hand control, riding.
Oh, he lost a point.
And he did lose it by not really working on top.
As you said, the man on top is required to work for a pin. Got a little sloppy or a little lazy, and he lost a point right there, and that's going to end first period with the score. Anthony Alberti up by the score of 2-1, virtue of a takedown. Bracero escaped. About 10 seconds left to go in that first period. Position now, you're going to see the end of that as
Bracero coming up to his base.
That was
Nothing
the escape.
Fancy, just brought the arm up underneath.
Back to live action, and Bracero has got a little bit of an advantage on Alberti. Now he just got a ride, got that leg up.
Alberti tried turning in, didn't get anything. Critical from the bottom position is that hand control. If you don't get it, you're going to end up with nothing more times than not. Here he goes. He tries a switch, doesn't get anything. A lot of movement.
Yeah, I was going to say he's moving, doing a series of things. Now he's got the ankle.
We see a lot of this international style now, grabbing that ankle and riding up. And in this case, he does a great job with it. Gets a 2-point reversal.
So Alberti up 4-1 now on that nice-looking reversal. As you said, looked a little international there as he got that ankle, but he ran a nice series, John Janiak. He tried to switch, then turned back in. A lot of movement out of Alberti.
Wrestling. And we're going to see it. Most of the time when he grabbed the ankle like that, it's from the top for a tilt position. Alberti did a fine job from the bottom, use it to his advantage. Now he's got a nice tilt going, but he's in trouble.
A little sloppy, yes. He's going to give up 2 on a reversal.
There's that hand control. We saw that in the first period. He didn't have it on top. He lost it again. Cost him another 2 points.
He made the move, lost the hand control, cost him 2 points. Score is now 4-3 in an interesting bout, 91 pounds. Second period, Anthony Alberti from Section 1 against David Bracero out of Section 11,
Bracero's
Newfield.
Got that leg in and hand control. He just lost it. He could be in trouble.
Bracero on the bottom in the dark blue.
He is in trouble, loses 2 points.
2 points, going to make it 6-3 now. Bracero on the bottom. Not only in position, but also in points. As you see that little scoring card to the right there, 6-3.
Very nice job of now moving on top. He lifted his opponent, Bracero, a little bit up, scooted the leg in. Nice leg ride. Didn't get any points for it, though.
Good control by Alberti, good tight waist, and really dominating.
I'm surprised. He's thrown about 15 moves already, and all of them different. You know, most wrestlers, they have 2 or 3 pet moves they go to. You know, if one doesn't work, they go to the next and then back to the first one. This kid has thrown everything at it that he's known.
Can become predictable, but not so for Alberti as he, again, controls David Bracero, and now he's trying to stack him up.
Again.
Yeah, scoop, get the leg up, try to elevate him. Now he throws a half.
Nice half. He's got some points here.
He's got the leg hook. You see it right there. Great shot.
Nice
Spreads him out.
Him right to the
that's going to be a pin.
I don't know if they ran out of time.
That's right. Whoa, I didn't hear the slap. I heard the whistle, and it was 3 points, though, 9-3, John.
With all the fans cheering, it was tough to hear that buzzer. We're going to take a good look here. Alberti's going to lift the leg, scoop in. Beautiful scoop. Now he's going to start arching and work for the half. Gets that half, and he's really pushing up front. If the camera keeps going, we're going to see him arch it to the ceiling. Perfect.
Really split the
nice
legs.
Scoop right.
And it's going to come right back into a familiar looking position as Alberti on top of Bracero, and there he is, the same move. He just picks that leg up and then splits it with his leg and elevates him. And
yeah, the good wrestlers always have that certain move they can call on high percentage of the time, and Alberti's shown us on top with that scoop ride. Produce a lot of points for him.
Coming into this, Alberti undefeated, 37-0. Bracero 33-2-1. But last year, Alberti won at 91 last year in the state, so he's got a lot of experience.
And experience in the state meet really means a lot. The percentage, if you're playing percentage, there's upsets, of course, but when you've been there and you've won, you have that confidence that no one can beat you.
So we have the returning state champ doing, I suppose, as would be expected, on top by 6. 127 left in this bout, 91 pounds. Anthony Alberti out of Henry Hudson High School, Section 1, and David Bracero out of Newfield in Brookhaven, New York. And there is your last year's champ, riding Anthony Alberti.
He seems to be just taking his time right now, back like he was in the first period, just riding, trying to take advantage of his lead, not make the big mistake now.
And looking at the right, you talk about the big mistake. I think Bracero in that first period, it took a little while for him to get going. It looked like he was going to stay even, but Alberti has really asserted himself and really riding and breaking down. Right there, you can see him breaking down Bracero. Down to under a minute, 52 seconds actually in this state championship bout.
Alberti's still riding. He's more effective from the left side when he's on top. We've seen him throw the scoop ride twice. When he's on the right side, he just doesn't seem to be as effective. Here he is again on the right side. It just seems like he rides when he's out to this side.
Tight waist, trying to tilt.
Now he's back over to the left. He has a 2-on-1 at least. Let's see if he tries that scoop ride. I think we're going to get a stalling top. Yes. That's what I was mentioning, Dale. When he's on the right side, he doesn't look like he's working hard. Coach can't believe it.
Look when he switched that he was going to try that to get that leg between, but it was too late.
The last minute, we've noticed out to the right side, and that's what the official Fred Brown was looking at.
Well, they can't fault him here. He's got a leg in.
Now he worked up. Doesn't seem to have much control, but he has the upper body torqued over past the 90-degree angle. Counting some points, should have 3.
15 seconds left for Alberti to repeat.
And he does get 3.
As a state champ. Bracero moving, going to get anything, maybe 1 as they go out of bounds or nothing. We'll see.
I don't believe he had control going out of bounds.
Well, that's what the officials are there for. They just briefly look at each other, decide there was no change, so Bracero will be down, and he is down by 9 points as Anthony Alberti looks to repeat as the 91-pound state champion. And he's going to do it. So Anthony Alberti out of Henry Hudson High School in Section 1 repeats at 91 pounds. There's your state champion. Defeating David Bracero out of Section 11. Decidedly 12-3.
So it started out as a very slow match, turned into a barn burner. Great match.
A lot of action. Move up now to